Okay. Well, hello, Paul and Margaret. Thank you so much for joining me today. You're both, these are both of your co-chairs for the 2021 Mortgage Innovators Conference, and we are here to talk about the committee's role and talk about how we're looking for committee members and what that means. So, Paul, I'm going to lob it over to you to start the conversation.
Thanks, Jen. In 2017, I joined my first committee at the California MBA. It was the technology committee. So that was the start of my committee-ness and being a part of a committee in the California MBA. And I tell you, I have learned since then. I've gone through a couple of committees. I'm a board member of the California MBA. I co-chaired with Chuck Iverson, the Mortgage Innovators Conference last year. And this year I get to co-chair with Margaret, the Mortgage Innovators Conference. And in that time, since my being a part of my first committee, I have learned and elevated my professional career so much that it would have been impossible to do it in that short amount of years any other way. It's helped me stay ahead of the curve. It's helped me understand the industry, not only me, but it's also elevated my company. And I think that's, that it's a fundamental level of importance in growing your career, to be a part of, to jump in, to dive in. And the Mortgage Innovators Conference Committee is the best way to do that. Margaret, do you have any insight?
I would just say that, first of all, it's the most fun conference. Who doesn't want to be part of innovation? We all know that in order to create and maintain our competitive advantages, we have to innovate and we have to embrace the technology that's there. So this, being a committee member of this particular conference, is really a pleasure and an honor. There's a lot of work that goes into it, and Paul and I are going to talk a little bit about that, but talk about being part of something that's exciting, that is really on the cutting edge. This is that conference, and this is that committee.
100%, totally. And like you were saying, if you're passionate about innovation in the industry, being a part of this committee will get you out there in front. It'll support you and aid you in being ahead of the curve. You're going to be a part of working with technology and innovative companies in our industry, and putting together tech talks and working with us on reaching out to technology companies in the industry and supporting and providing support and ideas on panels. There's no better place to learn and grow and be a part of our industry.
Yeah, and what I would just add to that, Paul, also is that it's such a growth opportunity. Just as you mentioned, being on the committee gives you an opportunity to learn so much within the domain of innovation in the mortgage business. A lot of times we know certain aspects of technology or innovation, but this is the breadth and kind of the depth of the innovation and technology for the mortgage industry. So it's a great opportunity for people that really want to understand all the aspects that are happening, for our businesses.
Yeah, totally.
Yes, definitely. And this committee, from a staff perspective, is so incredibly important because you really are shaping the Mortgage Innovators Conference. We are looking for people that have the content experts. We're looking for people that have connections. We're looking for people that have a vision, that are collaborative, and that have the time to work with amazing people like you. And, being a part of it is a wonderful thing for the California MBA. It brings in new talent. It brings in new insight. It gives us a broad breadth of who we can work with. And we love that. We want to be able to highlight those individuals and those companies that are on the committees to be able to form this. So it really is a win-win for everyone. And so your contribution to the committee contributes to California MBA, and then we in turn contribute back into the industry. So that is a wonderful thing.
100%. So being a part of the coolest club in town and elevating yourself and elevating where you work and your team members, all that's done, but there's work that's involved with it, right? So join our committee, be a part of this amazing conference that's really taking the industry by storm. Everybody's talking about it. We've got this canvas where we can create so much, and we do need you, but we need you to be here and work with us. We need your expertise. We need your networking ability. We need your thoughts. We're reaching out to you for that purpose.
And I think thank you, Paul, for mentioning that. I think it's so important that as a committee member, we really understand our role. And basically, the committee is the one responsible for turning out the conference. And so we are responsible, as Jen put it, for the content. We're responsible for securing the sponsorships and for making sure that the conference is a success. So we need you to bring your networking ability, your contacts, and then of course your enthusiasm and the desire to, as Paul says, be the part of the coolest committee in town.
It is, and this is one of the, I love working with all of the committees, but I really love this one in particular because, again, it's in the name, it's an innovative committee, and there's so many ideas that come to fruition in this. And one of the really cool things is that Paul can think of something, and it may not be something that I've thought of, or Margaret can think of something, and I'm the boots on the ground and I'm the logistics person. And so throw any idea at me or Dustin or Susan, and we will find a way to make that happen. So I'm really excited for the people that may be rejoining the committee, or there's people that are out there that are hearing this and seeing this that think, you know what, that could be something that I really want to participate in. And if you're new to the idea of being on a committee with the California MBA, this is a really good one to start with, as long as you're willing to kind of, get your feet wet and participate. And you've got some really great co-chairs that can help you and mentor you in this process as well. So don't be fearful if you've not reached out previously to want to be on a committee. You've got Margaret's on our executive board, and she's wonderful, and Paul is on our board. So we've got some really fantastic leadership, and staff is there to support our committees. We're a small but mighty staff, and we can get a lot accomplished. So if this is something that you guys that are listening feel the drive and the need and have the time and the treasure to contribute, we want to hear from you. And so the best way to do that is to email me, and it's super simple, jennifer@cmba.com, and just send an email and say, yes, put me on your committee, and we'll start putting committee calls together. I'm not sure how often it will be in the very beginning, but we do like to meet as it gets closer, every other week or so, to check in. And the dates that we haven't talked about are super cool. May 4th and May 5th of 2021, because we are not going to be robbed of our May the 4th be with you theme for this conference. We were going to do it last year, and so we decided that we're going to do that this year. And so we, all Star Wars nerds, apply, please, because we want your creative ideas and how we can incorporate this. So you can also reach out to Paul. I'm going to have their contact information in the email that you received when you got the link for this, and to Margaret. And if you have any questions or concerns, reach out to either one of them, and they can give you a little bit more insight. But we are excited, and I, as a staff person and just as a person in general, could not be more thrilled to be working with these two amazing professionals. And I would highly recommend that anybody hearing this reach out and want to work with them as well.
Thank you so much, Jen.
You're so welcome, both of you, and thank you for your time today. And we look forward to hearing from a whole bunch of people about wanting to be a part of this committee. Everybody take care.
Thanks.